Well, hello, friends. I will be doing something very interesting today. I'm going to be fortune telling the 10 Sphirot with Pokemon unwrapping cards. Now, you may be a fan of Pokemon and be like, what is he doing? Yes, I'm unwrapping Pokemon cards and I'm going to fortune tell based on the Pokemon cards. Particular the 10 Spirit. If you study Kabbalah, you know what the 10 Spirit is the 10 dimensions of the universe and the frequency that is allowed into our world. So we're starting with Malchut. Let's see what Malchut has to tell us. Let's see. I should have probably gotten a scissors, right? What is he doing? Yeah. Come on. We want to get this done. Alright, so for Malchut, we're starting, so this is how we're starting. We're starting with past, the present, and and future. So in the past, we have been in the Malchut world, in Sandile. And what a Sandile means is that we've been underground, we've had our head on the ground, we've been not evolved, not really strong. What's going on? Then we're moving into what we are right now is an Oddish. We are an Oddish. So what does that mean? We're growing, we're expanding, we're getting somewhere, we're going somewhere in the Malchut world. That's what's happening. And then where we're going to go is fire. Now what does fire mean? Fire means that we're going to be ignited, we're going to be impassioned, we're going to be moving forward, we're going to be, whether it's spiritual or being pushed in that direction. So those are the reading for Malchut. Now we're going to do a reading for Yesod. So let's look at Yesod. People are like, what? Come on. You know, we got to get this done. So Yesod is the channeling. What is happening in the upper worlds? What is the connection to the upper world? The Yesod, the channeling that we're doing for humanity. So we're moving up the ladder. So we're getting in the Yesod, where have we been? We have been in the Lickitung. What has been the Lickitung? We've been putting our tongues everywhere. We've been eating things up. We've been gluttonous. We've been very like, you know. So we've been licking-tonguing things, and you can see it in Yesod sexuality. So you can see it in how people are reacting. People are, sexually with each other and whatnot. The result of that, of where we are, is a venonat. Now, a venonat is a grass type. I believe it has some poison characteristics as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but a venonat, it means that we're still in the darkness, but we're branching out. We're not quite in the darkness. We're kind of in between world. We're in the light. We're in the darkness. We're a little bit poisonous to one another based on the perceptions that we've had about each other and the things that we're discovering. We're going into a gloom. Yeah, we're going into a gloom. So gloom is the word that it says. It means that there's this gloom in the connection with each other, with the humanity, with everywhere. You know, we need to address that. We need to address that. We're going into a gloom of sadness, of like, whoa, poor us. You know, we need to address that particular energy and move forward. Now we're going into the Chod. We're going into Chod, which is, I believe, Majesty, Splendor, and Glory. As we move up the channel, Chod has been one of those things that has been difficult for me. Chod and Nexus have both been very difficult for me. But I'm growing and I'm understanding. So with Chod, what do we got going on? So with Chod, Chod is a little, the Majesty. Where have we been in our Majesty and Splendor of humanity, and where have we been? We have been a Pharaoh. And a Pharaoh, it's a pharaoh, it's a pharaoh, like the pharaoh, the energy of a pharaoh energy. So we gotta look out for that. See what's going on with that particular fear of our own endurance and of our own majesty and splendor. So our fear of our majesty and splendor as a humanity. That's where we were at. We had a fear of our majesty. Now we're going into Glamao. Glameo. Glamao. And let me know in the section how you say it. Glamao. That means that we're acknowledging that we have the splendor, that we have the majesty, that we are connected to the light of the Creator, that there's something more than what we're seeing. So that's where we're at right now. We're venturing forward. And where we will be is we will be as Salandit. A Salandit is a creature that utilizes darkness in order to benefit itself and take for itself. So we're understanding how to manifest, how to make things happen, how to move things, how to shift things around in a tricky way. We're having to evolve. We're having to slither around. We're having to connect to a tricky kind of energy, not hurting other people, but understanding how things divert. And that is where we are with Hod. Now we're going into Netzach. Now Netzach is often associated with our spirituality of endurance, victory. It's I believe it's from the left. So it's about pushing through. Look, I didn't have to bite it. It's about pushing through. So, pushing through. Where are we at right now? We are at Aglamao in our victory. So we understand we have the victory. We know we're moving forward. We're a little showy about our victory and how we're moving forward. That's what we have been in the past. You know, the religious zealots, all those kind of elements, but still a particular group of individuals that kept the Kabbalah wisdom away from humanity in order to heal humanity, in order to not heal humanity, and all those kind of things, keeping the magic away. Where we're at right now, in Netzach, we have a foil dudong. Yes. Now, foils are very special. Foils are very special, very telling, very rare. So, foil dudong is an ice type, but it has a horn. In our splendor, that means that right now, we have endurance. We have victory. We have a slow, moving forward, very cold, very calculating, very understanding, but we're moving forward in that direction. That's where we are with Netzach in our victory of as a humanity and the world. And where we will have the energy of fighting. We will be fighting. We will be fighting with our victory. We know that we've got the dudong. We know that we got the foil dudong, so we're fighting with our victory. So that's where we are. Now we're moving into Tiferet. Tiferet is beauty, balance, understanding. Tiferet is all things that you give and you take. When you're in a relationship, you have the people, the teeth. Oh, and I didn't take a big bite. Let's see. Come on, no, you use teeth. The teeth. So what is it? Tiferet is about balance, understanding, beauty, all those things. So what do we got? What do we got with the Tiferet? First, we've got polywag, the first evolution polywag. Polywag, it means that we're in the past, in our balance. We know it's there. We know it's coming. We're a little swirled around as to what's going on, and we're at our beginning stages. That's where we've been in the past. Where we are going with our balance as a humanity, we are going into the Spritzy. Now, Spritzy is a fairy type, which means that, where we are right now. Where we are right now is we are in a Spritzy. Spritzy is about perfume. It's about spritzing. It's about scents and odors. That means being aware of where you're at in the set, like frequencies and what's going on. Also, it's the fairy type. It means that we're believing in the impossible things that can happen. All that good stuff within the balance of our humanity. Now, where we will be is we will be in a poly whirl. Now, notice how the previous card was a polywag, and now we've got a poly whirl. That means that our growth is definitely going to evolve, and it's definitely going to take a specific directed way that will allow us. And we'll still be a little confused, but we're definitely going to be at our growing stage in our balance as a humanity. So we've got that. Then we're going into our Guvara. Guvara is judgments. Judgments. I'm gonna try not to use my teeth. That lasted like a second, right? So, okay, Guvara. Guvara, what's going on? The judgments. Where we were at. We've got a coughing and we've got a foul odor. We've got a coughing with a foul odor. So, I could have read the particular cards and what they say bubble and knuckle, and I'm sure that there's more secrets that could be revealed. But right now we've got the coughing. And where we're at in our Guvara, toxic. There's a lot of toxicity in where have we been. There has been a lot of toxicity in our planet. Perhaps someone could argue that there still has been some toxicity, but there has been a recent amount of toxicity. Then we've got a Daduo, where we're at right now. We're at a Daduo. We're at a crossroads. We can choose one direction or another direction. Well, we gotta go somewhere, and we gotta go somewhere fast. And so we've got to make that choice. Where we will be is we will be electric. We will be the digital age. Guvara understanding the digital age is moving forward, electricity, all those kind of elements, improvement, technology, things, communication is moving faster than we have before, and so we got to really understand that. That's where we're at with Guvara. So now we go moving into Chesed and our level of mercy in the planets. And what does our level of mercy say? Our level of mercy first starts with mischievous. We're working with, we're basically negotiating. That's where we have been. We've been negotiating. We've been selling our past, our future to the children, bargaining, thinking, I want this, so the our future children, mischievous. Being mischievous. That's where we have been in our mercy. We've been mischievous with our mercy. Right now, we are a Salandit. And a Salandit with our mercy means that we're being still tricky with our mercy, but we have a little bit more of a handle on it because notice how it's closer to the ground, and it has a grass fire that it's lighting up the elements. So right now, that's where we're at in our mercy. We're understanding, we're growing our mercy. We're rooted to our mercy, and we're seeing what really matters and what really is mercy, not just giving things and doing things. Where we will be in our mercy with a war total. Now, mercy with a war total and a war on mercy, or a war with mercy, we will be pushed in that direction to be more merciful, to have that courage and that strong element of humanity and be drawn in that direction. So that's where we're at with Chesed. Now we're moving into the upper realms. We're moving into Bina. Now, you know what? I'm going to do Chod. Chokhmah. I'm going to do Chokhmah first. I have to do Bina. Bina is 8. So we're doing Bina. So Bina is understanding as a humanity in the spiritual world. Our understanding within this spiritual world, there's different levels of ourselves. And first we've got a Diglet in our Bina. Diglet in our Bina means, and Diglet is hook. So we got the hook of us into the spiritual world, but it's still a ground type, and it's still underground, and it fights underground primarily. So a Diglet on a Bina is really something that you should consider, that you're still under that veil, not really peeking the understanding of what's going on. That's where we were. This is where we will be. We will be a butter-free. That's a wonderful card for us as a humanity, the butter-free. The butter-free means that butter may not be free, but we will fly. We will soar. We will be not birds, but insects that soar up to the sky in colorful, beautiful ways. So that's where we're at right now. That's what we're feeling. Where we will be in our understanding, we will be a Klefa. And a Klefa means in our understanding is that we're going to have more understanding. It's got the excitable draw. The excitable draw, it means that you're drawing more of that understanding energy, and you're excited about it, and you're feeling it, and you're seeing it, and you're watching it happen as we speak. So that is Bina. Now we've gone moving into Chokhmah, and Chokhmah is wisdom, our spiritual collection to wisdom. We've got A polywag. We were a polywag a long time ago. A youngling, a little one, a little nothing that was just underwater, under the mercy of the water, because water means mercy. So all of those elements were brought into play for humanity. And that's where we were. We were a very polywag youngling, still confused in that element. Where we are right now, we are in an Inkay. An Inkay, I believe, is a poison type or maybe a dark type. An Inkay, it shoots in order to hide. It's kind of like it evolves into something that you have to turn upside down. You have to flip the script. Those kind of things. We have to flip the script in our wisdom and be like, maybe what I knew wasn't what I knew and I need to know something more. Maybe I need to grow my element. Maybe the things that were being taught before were not really true. Just flip the script in our wisdom. And where we will be in a Porygon 2. Now we've got the Porygon 1, which is, very two-dimensional still, but we're moving into the third dimension. In our wisdom, we're understanding and moving into the third dimension and seeing that there's more to life than we can see. That is where we are going. Now the Keter. It's hard for me to draw the Keter because the Keter is unknowable. The Keter is all. The Keter is everything. The Keter is the crown. So we are going to see what the crown has to say. And it'll be difficult for me to read, or it'll be easy for me to read because of the elements. So we're talking about the crown. Where have we been in our crown, in our connection, uppermost connection to the light of the Creator? Before, we have been a Zubat in the cave, hiding underground, sucking blood, eating each other, that kind of energy. And even though Zubats don't eat each other. But we've had that, but still that element of community, bats, and it's got a bite and a venoshock. So we've been kind of dangerous to one another. Where we are right now is we are at a foul odor coughing. Yes, that's where we're at. What's happening with our connection, with our true, genuine, raw, understanding. So we're still, it's like I said, it's difficult. You know what I mean? But we're at our coughing. Where we will be is we will be in our bite and our corner with a Krokorok. Now the Krokorok, I believe, is the highest evolution. There's a Crocona. Is there a Crocona? Let me know in the comment section down below if it's just if there's another evolution after Krokorok. And what it means with the unknowable, the Krokorok, and bite and corner, it means that I'm thinking action. I'm thinking it's a ground type, material, Malchut, within this world. So the crown, a reaching, being, oneness, but still a bandit, but still a proud bandit, and still knowing that it's doing what it needs to do, and standing that pose. So what do you think? Did you like this? This is a new thing that I'm doing, you know what I mean? Now, out of all of those, I got one foil. And I'm going to, basically, whoever comments, I'm going to pick one random person, and you're going to get all these cards, and I'm going to mail them out to you. And you can play with them, and you can do whatever you want. And I'm going to include the couple too. You're not getting the Dudong, and you're not getting the other foil, because those are for Randy. Okay. But you will get all the other cards, because I love you all, and I want to wish you a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Did you enjoy this? Did you really enjoy this? Yeah, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Do you like my orange juice? A wonderful, wonderful, wonderful eternity. And Happy New Year, of course. Of course. Happy New Year.